Welcome. You're with the Nasty Pastor, and I'm back with another chapter reading. I'm back with another full chapter reading from the book that inspired Moses to write, Genesis, from out of our holy Bible. Peep this out, before we get started. If you haven't, please go to my YouTube channel at the Nasty Pastor. Put a like over there. Share some things that you feel is right, is righteous for you to put it out, to help me put it out to the world. You got what I'm saying? If you haven't subscribed, please hit it. Come on, keep up with the education that's being given to you. You got what I'm saying? It's a playlist of Genesis over there. Roll through it, scroll through it, get an understanding what I am giving the world. Hear the processing of how I interpret this Bible, how I interpreted the book of Genesis. Look, you're with the Nasty Pastor, right? I'm gonna dive on into this, and we're on chapter 45, which is Joseph revealed to his brothers. Then Joseph could not restrain himself before all those who stood by him, and he cried out, "Make everyone go out from me." So no one stood with him while Joseph made himself known to his brothers. And he wept aloud, and the Egyptians and the house of Pharaoh heard it. Then Joseph said to his brothers, "I am Joseph. Does my father still live?" But his brothers could not answer him, for they were dismayed in his presence. And Joseph said to his brothers, "Please come near to me." So they came near. Then he said, "I am Joseph, your brother, whom you sold into Egypt." Now peep this out. You got what I'm saying? If you know the story of Joseph, then you could probably understand what I'm getting ready to say. Now, how does you think that make a child feel that you take me into a foreign land and then you sell me off? You get me? How would you feel if your parents did that to you? How? I know I'll be in turmoil. You got what I'm saying? I know that at that moment, my thoughts is like, they got to hate me. What have I done to y'all to get rid of me? Come on, let's finish up. But now do not therefore be grieved or angry with yourselves because you sold me here. For God sent me before you to preserve life. For these 2 years the famine has been in the land, and there are still 5 years in which there will be neither plowing nor harvesting. And God sent me before you to preserve a posterity for you in the earth, and to save your lives by great deliverance. You get it now? You get what I'm saying though? How in that moment my thinking would have been that way, but you see how Joseph thinking was? Or this is Joseph telling you later how his thinking processed. You got what I'm saying? Because he put it this way: if you want to struggle, there's something beautiful waiting for you. You got what I'm saying? There's something beautiful waiting for you at the end of your struggle. I was confused early in my life. I used to always want to be around people that just give me with no what's the word I want to use? I want to say friction. No friction to it. It was easy, huh? You got what I'm saying? But I found out later in life, the ones that put the friction in front of me was the ones preparing me for life, preparing me to understand that, yeah, this will struggle. Don't you give up. You have enough faith in you, and if you put your strength in this, you can have it. You can have this just as easy, and you will cherish it more. You will protect it more. So basically what I'm saying is this right here. There's things that I hold on to. There are physical things, material things I hold on to because I went through so much to achieve it. You got what I'm saying? I know how to put it, treat it. You got what I'm saying? To you, you may think I brought it yesterday. You got what I'm saying? To you, you may think I brought it in that moment and came to you and showed it to you. No, I've had it maybe a decade. I've had it maybe 5 years. I've had it maybe a year. Let's get back into this. So now it was not you who sent me here, but God, and He has made me a father to Pharaoh and Lord of all his house and a ruler throughout all the land of Egypt. Hurry and go up to my father and say to him, thus says your son Joseph, God has made me Lord of all Egypt. Come down to me, do not tarry. You shall dwell in the land of Goshen, and you shall be near to me. You and your children's children, your flocks and your herds, and all that you have. There I will provide for you, lest you and your household and all that you have come to poverty. For there are still 5 years of famine. And behold, your eyes and the eyes of my brother Benjamin see that it is my mouth that speaks to you. So you should tell my father of all my glory in Egypt and of all that you have seen. And you shall hurry and bring my father down here. Then he fell on his brother's Benjamin's neck and wept, and Benjamin wept on his neck. Moreover, he kissed all his brothers and wept over them, and after that his brothers talked with him. Now the report of it all of it was heard in Pharaoh's house, saying, Joseph's brothers have come. So it pleased Pharaoh and his servants well. And Pharaoh said to Joseph, say to your brothers, do this, load your animals and depart. Go to the land of Canaan. Bring your father and your households and come to me. I will give you the best of the land of Egypt, and you will eat the fat of the land. Now, I did this reading over. You understand me? Somehow, I have 80% battery life, but somehow, it just stopped recording. I don't get it. I don't understand it, but I know for a fact I have demons in this apartment I live in. They've been showed themselves almost 5 years ago. When I first moved in here, they showed themselves. If you go listen to Sky 3, it's Sky 3 or Sky 4. If you're not familiar with Sin the 804 host, Sin or Sin 804, there's a song I made called Sky. There's 5 parts to it, I believe. And if you go listen to 4, you will understand what I'm saying to you now about there are demons in here. There are spirits, evil spirits in here. Anyway, where are we at on this? When I first read this in that reading, I was explaining that the way I processed it first, you would think that Canaan is in Egypt. And I was explaining that no, you know what I mean? Egypt and Canaan is 2 different areas. You got what I'm saying? Egypt is part of Africa. Canaan is part of the Middle East, part of the Mediterranean part of the world. So I was also saying that, I've read the Bible front to back, back to front, you know what I mean, a lot of times. And there have been times that when I read these scriptures over again, I got a different understanding. And I chalk that up, I give credit to evolution. You got what I'm saying? We grow every day. So being that we grow every day, our look upon life grows also. Let's get back into this. Now you are commanded, do this. Take carts out of the land of Egypt for your little ones and your wives. Bring your father and come. Also do not be concerned about your goods, for the best of all the land of Egypt is yours. Then the sons of Israel did so, and Joseph gave them carts according to the command of Pharaoh, and he gave them provisions for the journey. Excuse me. He gave them provisions for the journey. He gave to all of them, to each man, changes of garments, but to Benjamin he gave 300 pieces of silver and 5 changes of garments. And, and he sent to his father these things: 10 donkeys loaded with the good things of Egypt, and 10 female donkeys loaded with grain, bread and food for his father for the journey. So he sent his brothers away, and they departed. And he said to them, see that you do not become troubled along the way. Then they went up out of Egypt and came to the land of Canaan, to Jacob their father. And they told him, saying, Joseph is still alive, and he is governor over all the land of Egypt. And Jacob's heart stood still, because he did not believe them. But when they told him all the words which Joseph had said to them, and when he saw the carts which Joseph had sent to carry him, the spirit of Jacob their father revived. Then Israel said, it is enough, Joseph my son is still alive. I will go and see him before I die. That's the end of chapter 45. And I just want to say this to you, there's always been an attraction to the Kemite Egyptian culture. As far as I can remember, my mom had me in a Baptist church. You understand what I'm saying? And how to really break this down, she had me in a Baptist church, but by the time I was getting into my teenage years of life, I was leaning to more being an atheist. You got what I'm saying? So when I was able to receive books about the Kemite culture, about the ancient Egyptian culture, I was in prison. You got what I'm saying? And the books I read, it opened my mind up. And what I know now, not what I knew then. You feel me? And I got a little bit more deeper into it the second time I got incarcerated. You know what I mean? I was around people that knew the culture, wasn't scared to give me the truth about the culture, wasn't scared to place the Egyptian Book of Dead in my care. You feel what I'm saying? That was a book that we was to never have in prison. You might as well say that I was holding on to contraband for maybe a week or two. It was told that I was supposed to give this book back within a month. I believe it was 30 days. They allow you to have it for 30 days. I got it back to them, I think, within a week, because I knew what I was going to look for. I knew what I was going in there to look for. And I did what I had to do, and I got it back to them. And the reason I say to you that it was contraband, because if you feel, or if you ever had the Egyptian Book of Dead, and you feel the metal that's on there, that is a weapon. You understand me? Honestly, having that book, I could have received more time on my sentence. You got what I'm saying? Me knowing to go in this book, do what I gotta do, get this book back to who gave it to me, saved me. If I would have BS with it, I would have had a longer sentence. You got what I'm saying? I probably would have had another 30 days to do. I may would have had another 60 days to do. They may would have wanted me to snitch on the person that gave it to me. You understand what I'm saying? Because when it's given to you, it's given to you in a towel. You don't know what it is. You understand me? Anywho, anyway, I am the nasty pastor, and stay grounded in your culture. Stay researching your culture and stop being fed the BS. You got what I'm saying? Because sometimes when you're always opening your mouth or you're opening your hand and you're just receiving without helping, you don't get the right nourishments. You feel me? You don't get the right nourishments. You know, as a child, I used to sit in the kitchen with my mama and watch her cook what we're going to eat for dinner. Watch her cook what we're going to eat for breakfast. Not that I didn't trust my mama. I was curious to what my mom is doing. I was curious to how you make this so that I can make it myself, so that my mom would not have to do it. You understand me? You get me? See, I'm that little boy that at 3, 4, 5 years old burnt myself, you know, putting hot water in the tub because I ain't feel like waiting on her no more. I wanted to go take my bath so I can get out and watch whatever TV show I usually watch at that time of night. Anyway, I am the Nasty Pastor. Please go to my YouTube channel if you haven't, at the Nasty Pastor. Like, share, definitely comment if you can. You feel what I'm saying? Definitely subscribe if you can. If you're on Facebook, go to OFM Genesis. Follow, like. There's another platform on Facebook, Only Faith Ministries. You can find the Genesis readings. You know, they drop every Monday. And I must say that if you're familiar with the Holy Bible, if you're familiar with the book of Genesis, then you know that if we're on chapter 45, we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more chapters to go. So I'm pleased that I've gotten through this. I'm pleased that it's almost over. And I'm pleased that I have some viewers watching. You get what I'm saying? I have some viewers watching. I have some viewers, how to say this? Because see, if I say you're listening, that means some people are going to expect actions behind it. So I'm going to just say you're viewing. I'm out, and I love you.